Yo, it's Mass Chaos here again. Trying a different mask this time. One that sort of works. Anyway, this bit more or less to explain the bit of D&D that me and my brothers of sorts play. It's Chaos Dice rules. Essentially, this is because we are going to do a one-shot in the near future. I really want to make sure people understand what we're doing because this is entirely homebrew and a little bit insane. Okay, essentially to begin with, roll for health. 3d10 for level 1, so max 30 HP. Every other level, 1d10, blah blah blah. Okay, second bit. Each player gets 2 magic items at the start. And effects of the items can be vetoed if people go, oh, that's a little too broken. This is only at the start. If you don't notice how broken they are, it's your own fault. That's where it gets fun. Like someone could go, oh, I want to have a deck of many things. Well, go for it. If no one says anything, that's their fault. But you only get 1 veto per person, per character. Okay, weapons do a set amount of damage. So you just roll to see if you hit. Only differences is nat 20 and nat 1. Nat 1, you do double damage. Nat 1, you automatically get damage from your enemy. I.e., your character screwed up and got hit. 4. 2 to 6 don't really hit. 7 to 11, enemy rolls to block. 12 to 14, enemy gets to roll to lessen damage. But that's just by a d6, a regular dice roll. 5th one, roll for results. I'll try and talk them into such and such. Well, you call it even or odds. If you miscall it, someone else gets to make up what happens. And basically, if it's, oh, you rolled a nat 20 on it, well, here's the best possible scenario for it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, God, I look fat. Nat 1, worst possible. Now, sometimes the best possible result and the worst possible results are the same thing. I.e., they're hilarious. Roll for loot and type. This is decided by the DM. Essentially, whoever, in this case, is in charge for that portion. There will be the main one who dictates the storyline, per se. But then it's each of us take a turn on. So next person to go would be the DM for that little section, to a degree. Roll for quest type and location. Essentially, that's wrote down beforehand, and we all decide. 8th bit's just because you really need to think before you say something, because sometimes what you say can be taken literally and screw you over. Just for fun. Free reign to do as you want. Just remember, if you're given a timeline, it exists for a reason in-game. And consequences exist. Unless there are no witnesses or bodies. I add that because I was told to. Another bit, this is going on a little tangent. Consequences exist in real life. If you use a soda stream and go, oh, I'll put 8, or in my case, 9 pumps of the carbonation in it, you learn that overcarbonation, too much carbon, basically, if there's too much soda stuff in your stomach, what's the proper term? CO2. If there's too much CO2 in your stomach, you will throw up very hard. It will come out your nose, and it will cause your uvula to swell and hurt for days on end. And if you're unlucky enough to have a sinus infection as well, you're screwed. You really can't do a darn thing about it because it sucks. You can't talk. You can't do a darn thing. Oh, wait, not supposed to swap into accents. Focus for 5 minutes. Well, it's been 6 minutes. Anyway, don't do that. And the one-shot rule of 3. Basically, each of us will create 3 characters, 1 evil, 1 more or less a neutral mercenary type, 1 holy dash, essentially chaotic. There's good, evil, neutral. Main goal of it is to take control of the country, areas, decide on that, like superpowers and magic items from start. Get 2 magic items and superpower you describe. Name character will be used in game whenever stuff's and out of game handles will be used. So if everything goes right, my brothers, we'll say since they haven't given me handles on what they want to be called, we'll call one KC and the other FP, because apparently Fish Lord didn't suit him as well. So, Fish Prince. Or if you've watched the right shows, you know which one, what he's being referred to. The other one, it is not Kid Cosmic that I'm referring to. I am trying to get as many jokes in as possible. And I don't know how many people will get them. I guess that covers everything. Yeah. Just be careful when you do stuff. There are consequences, and consequences suck.